bitches, every city in my tribe. Look behind. Booty dominate the world, peaches ripe.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. So again, I'm not really trying to argue or anything. Again, I'm just trying to keep it civil. I am also like against killing, like abortion wise, but that's not the point. The point is um, so do you think it's okay to kill the baby outside the womb? So say like you conceive the kid, and then do you think it's okay to kill that kid? You know, because they're doing that nowadays when the kid is being born and they're actually killing it now. Do you think that's
What
okay?
is your well, that's infanticide, which I don't agree with. That's not abortion.
So what do you think that is? Is that just plain murder?
I just said, yeah, that's infanticide, which is infant homicide.
Okay. So do you think it's still wrong when the kid is about to be born? So like say like days before?
I think anyone has the right to decide if they want to be pregnant or not. At that point, I would like to see induced labor.
Yeah. Do you think it's also
But
about
again,
responsibility?
like that, it's such an arbitrary argument because that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I understand. Do you think it's all about responsibility too? I mean, besides rape, you know, like you said, is 1% or not, you know, it could be different. But if besides rape, it takes two to tango, right? It takes a man and a female to have sex. Do you
Right.
think it's their responsibility once you do that? It's not the kid's fault that they have to suffer. Indeed, is the parent because they're the one having sex.
Well, no, because then you're saying essentially that you want to punish people, and I
Well, not
don't think
exactly
abortion is.
punishing, just
Yeah,
responsible. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
it is. I mean, just because you had sex does not mean you should be forced to carry a pregnancy to term.
Well, I'm saying it should be, you know, practice. If you're going to do it safely. Obviously, don't just go raw or don't
Right.
just do it, you know.
I agree. And if we're going to look at ways to reduce unwanted pregnancy, I'm all about for free contraceptives, public funding of IUDs, and sex education starting in elementary school. So that would be a proactive stance. But I mean, still, 51% of abortions that happen are due to failed contraceptives,
So, can you explain what that means? I don't really know what that means. Can you explain that?
where they were using birth control and it did not work.
I see. So, man, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
I just don't see the argument of, you were irresponsible, so here, let's give you a baby.
yeah. So, what's the difference? Like, why would you want to end the baby's life just because you're the one that started it? Like, say, you know, even if you're on birth control or not, you know, if you have sex, what gives you the right to take away that person's life? Because think about it, 9 months, 10 months, you know, whenever the baby is conceived, it's still going to be a human life. And what makes you the person to
That's
take
not
away
true.
their
It
life
only
from
has the
them?
potential for human life. There are still complications. It's not guaranteed that just because you're conceived, you're going to be born. But again, like, I don't think anyone has a right to life that depends on someone else's bodily autonomy for existence.
Well, how else would a baby be born? Like,
Well,
that's
I
just saying
agree
that
this
no
is a
baby could
unique
ever exist.
situation, but why isn't consent of the pregnant person important?
What do you mean by that?
Consenting to be pregnant. Like, why isn't that important?
Consenting to be pregnant, you consented right away when you had sex.
No, you didn't. Just because you consent to pregnancy does not mean, or excuse me, just because you consent to sex does not mean you consent to pregnancy.
Okay, but you should have the maturity to know that there's still a big chance you can get pregnant. So you have the responsibility of knowing that, and if you didn't, you're just being irresponsible.
No, that's not true. Because it would be, if you had an unintended occurrence, that would be what is called an accident.
So if no, I mean, no, she already like discussed that. I don't think that's. I mean, that doesn't really make any valid points. But I'm saying, um, yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're very
Have a good
welcome.
one.
Yeah, have a great weekend. He was nice.
I'm so fucking cute, bitch.